points, lines, and planes. The first thing I want to cover before we jump into this journal page is how we discuss some of these things. When we have a point, it's always labeled with one letter, like point A. And they'll say it's point B. If I have a line, and let's say I have A, B, and C.
It's line A, B, C.
Not necessarily, and usually not. You need 2 points to create a line. So this could be labeled AB, it could be labeled AC, or it could be labeled BC. And notice what I have over every single one of those. The line. Now, usually you'll just see without the arrows on the end, line AB. In fact, that's what you will see. All right. The next thing we need to talk about is what is a plane? Not like a plane that flies through the air.
Like a shape.
It's an area of space where points are put.
See my floor right here? That's the plane.
Okay.
But use your imagination. Could that floor continue forever? Yeah, so that's the plane. What about that wall over there? That is a plane. Can you imagine it going forever in that direction? That's a plane. If I have a piece of paper and it's tilted in space, you see the angle of that plane? Imagine it going forever. Now, planes have dimension. And because of that, you need 3 points. All right? So you will use 3 points to label a plane, or they might have a little italicized letter in the corner, and they would tell you plane K, or plane A, B, C. So you'll find that we have our own little ways of labeling things in geometry, and they'll show up. Now this line here, I told you that we name it with 2 points, but look at this little italicized letter right here. What would be another way to label it then? Line M. So we've got line M, or we have line what?
AB.
AB. Oh. All right. How about this guy? We could say plane, and sometimes it's like that, but usually we'll say plane R or plane WXY. Is there anything wrong if I had said XWY?
No.
Not a thing. Not a thing. Today's homework, and I'll do a couple with you after we do this journal page so you can see what it looks like. We'll have several illustrations like this, and they'll ask you basic information like, are points A, F, and B collinear? Let's talk about what collinear means. Co means with, linear is a line. So it's a fancy way of saying, are they on the same line? Are A, F, and B on the same line? Let me put on my glasses. So there's F, A, and B. Yes, for sure they are. All right. Are C, D, and A coplanar? There's C, D, and A. There was a question in your voice there. What is coplanar? So co means with, planar would be plane. Are they on the same plane? So you notice I've got this plane here, right? That big obvious plane of M. Do you see any other planes on that illustration?
Well, the size of the pyramid rotating plane.
Yeah, I've got that side of the pyramid. I have this side of the pyramid. I have the back side of the pyramid, and I also have this left side of the pyramid, don't I?
They're not on the same.
So I want to know, are A, C, and D on the same plane? I hear no and I hear yes.
No.
Commit, well, let's see.
Yes.
Because
It is, yes, tell me because, Mia, tell me the because.
One side.
It is one side right here, right? It is one side right there. So they are coplanar. Yes. Pyramid. Now, any 3 points can make up a plane. It might not be the one that's drawn and illustrated, but any 3 points, you can make a plane. How many planes do you see in the figure now that we've talked about it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I don't think the base of the pyramid looks like it's necessarily sitting on that square, so I could argue either way. So it's either 5 or 6, depending on your perception. Are you guys okay with me saying that?
Yeah.
Who thinks the pyramid's sitting on plane M? Anyone?
Mhm.
Okay, one of us. So you guys would see 5 planes, right? Who looks at the bottom of the pyramid and thinks it's a different angle than plane M? So you guys would see 6 planes, right? So we'll let you argue whatever way you think is accurate.
Even one, right?
Yep.
Alex?
No, it will be obvious in Alex. So let me pull up some of our assignments right here. That's because the illustrator there couldn't draw very well. I don't know who that was. Now, this is what your homework will look like. And there are a couple in here that can just be tricky just because. Not because it's challenging, but you're like, what? And then you get it. So here I've got a blank. What point and C are collinear? I've got C is collinear with what? So Jaden, this is a great follow-up to your question right here. Alex would accept B or A because C is collinear with both of those points, right? Either one is right. You do not have to hit both of them. Next question. Line ED. Can you guys see line ED?
Yeah.
Okay. Name another line that it intersects with. Okay. What if I need an AC, but you guys typed in AB? Are we both right?
Yeah.
Alex will account for both of those. What if I type BA instead of AB? Am I still going to have it right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No matter what way you type it.
You'll still get it right, as long as you're looking at the right line. Yes. Okay, part C. A, blank, blank, and blank are distinct points that are coplanar. So I've got to look at A, which is here. Give me 3 other points that sit on the same plane as A.
B, C, and F.
B, C, and F, for sure. And we talked about naming a plane. Okay, I want to find a problem that is sometimes misleading. See if it's in here. F and C, distinct points, another name. Not that one. Maybe it's not going to show up. Let's see. Well, jump in. If there's one that's confusing, holler at me and we'll discuss it.
What would the other name for my next be?
Oh, what is another name for plane X?
Yeah.
So how many points do I need
Maybe 3.
to name a plane?
So it would just be.
So I have on Ooh,
Alex.
that's the tricky one. Let's talk about it. I'm glad you pointed that out. Okay, in all honesty, if you labeled this plane, where is it? If you labeled it ABC, you're going to get it wrong. Why?
Because then you have more.
ABC represents what? A straight line. To make it be a plane, I need to have that dimension. I need to have a point out of line. So if I say AB, I also need to include F. Or I could say BCF, right?
Okay.
2 points that are on the line and one that's not. Thank you. That was, I knew there was something tricky about the way they ask questions every once in a while. So 3 points that are not in a straight line. You should be able to get through this assignment pretty quickly. Don't keep hitting submit just because you're stuck. Ask me for help so we can get you past it.